size, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5. That's my high. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. Off we go from Cincinnati. Ready. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And a big run right out of the blocks. He gets forward for 9 on the first play of the game.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
And the Packers first down. 2 yards on the play. First down, Green Bay.
Drill green. Down. Set.
From the gun, it's Love. That one's caught. That's Matthew Golden. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 2.
Let's cut.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here we go.
Yellow.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion.
22. Set.
Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. He's down right at the 40, but that is good enough to move the chains. First down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Six, set. 52
In motion, it's Golden. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
At the 29-yard line.
Mike, what? Ready, ready. Yep, black, 95.
On play action, Love. Forced out wide. Love going to get to the ground, avoid the contact, and pick up a 1st down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's to the end zone, where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion.
Ready.
2nd down throw for Love. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Christian Watson, touchdown, Green Bay. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
Bengals nothing. Brendan McManus to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is Turner. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Burrow, RPO, gets to Chase. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Packers on top. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. It's Bengals football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 6 to begin.
11, 11, 11, 11. Here we go. 11.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we
understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Burrow working in the pistol. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Third and a yard.
12, 11 MT, 11 MT. Tahad. 11 Thomas. 11 Thomas. Tahad.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. 17 yards on that play. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Edger and Cooper, they're on the tackle.
Second and 8.
11, 12, 11 Tahad.
Play action now. It's Burrow. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he'll take this one in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set. Green set. Ready. Needle. 60 red. 60 red.
Love to throw it on first down. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Second and 10.
Let's go now. Black, 95. Light blue. Grill green. Ready?
Back to the air, it's Love. That's caught by Golden, right side. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Love. Right back to Golden. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A gain there of 15. Good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Green Bay.
Ready, break.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Here we go. Set. Cut.
Throwing on second down, Love. He's got it at the 7. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Now from the 7, it's second and goal.
Set. Cut.
To throw is Love. And he'll take it on in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
The kick is good. Makes the score Packers 14, Bengals 7. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half as that one's away. This is Turner. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Brendan McManus to kick
Both
off
teams
for Green
ready to
Bay.
get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This is Turner. And he'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Here we go. 11. Right 80. Cut.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. Forced out left. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
12. Right 80. 11, Tom. 12. 11 MT. Stop.
Second down, Burrow. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
Burrow and his favorite target, Chase, for the Cincinnati first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
11. Here we go. 11. Cut.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete.
McPherson, the kickoff.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. On the return, here's Jaden Reed. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Packers take over first down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
23 round, 52 blasted. Here we go. Set.
They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
It's a big number 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 4.
Here we go. Ready?
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Got it.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10.
Blue, black, ultra. Set. Ready.
Love. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That pickup good for 29 yards.
So everyone's going to focus on the throw, right, Mike? But it was really the way he used his eyes to manipulate the defense that really made that shot downfield possible.
They'll come up here first and 10.
Ready. Set. Cut.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 29, here's second down and 6.
Black. Let's go now. Set.
Now Love. Got his man at the 6. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
24 yards.
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and the first down.
52. 6. Mega. Blaster. 6. Set.
From the gun, it's Love. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jordan Love. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Now it's McManus
lining up
for the point
extra
after.
point.
It's up
The kick is
and
good.
through. And the Packers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
Brendan McManus to
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
at the Packers' 41-yard line.
Here we go. 11, 11. White 80. What is hot? 11, Tom. 11, 11. Go ahead.
There's outside. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
At the 43-yard line.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow here on second down. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is going to be ball in. He's got it. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take it. Now a hit, and he lost the football. But he'll gather it back in. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. They'll run with Jacobs. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. To play in regulation. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Second down, 8 for the first down.
Come on.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. He's going nowhere. Loses yardage on that play.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
Cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go for it. Love. That one caught. He finds Golden. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
A clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game. As they approach midfield now, they've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker could be a hero.
All 3 timeouts left. How much that's going to matter remains to be seen. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll go with Jacobs. And he's taken down, and now they can take this all the way down situation. This to win the game. This kick is good. And the Packers will take a 24-21 lead. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away 3-point victory. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
B-Town's finest, handsome Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and it all fire. I don't spill words, I Spielberg on a beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill this beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones will break some bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes, joke. Stone look shattered like broke glass.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's able to plow forward out to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
We're good. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard
trickery. They fake the spike. And that'll be caught. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 7. Oh, he fakes the spike. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Another run for Gibbs here. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. To throw is gone. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he is going to have the Lions first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
At the 36-yard line.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And they can't. Oh, what a juke into space. Inside the 10.